Hello again, welcome back to yet another MOC Showcase. The Cantwell-class Arrestor Cruiser is an Imperial Arrestor Cruiser, who would have thought, first seen on the big screen in Solo, a Star Wars story. Oh, it wasn't? Well, it was supposed to be until they, for some reason, cut all of its scenes. Like this one where we see Han as a cadet for the Imperial Navy. And it's a really good scene too, and it's a shame it ended up on the cutting room floor. And with it, the Cantwell faded into obscure ship purgatory with the quad jumper and other examples. Until a little show called Andor came about and decided to finally give it its time in the sun. Only to have Luthen Rael absolutely tear it a new one and embarrass it in front of everybody. That's probably why it's called the Cantwell, because it can't do its job well. I know you thought that was funny and just pretending that you didn't. Jesse. And Michael. Don't think I didn't see you. Anyway, I was supposed to build one nearly a year and a half ago when it won another poll I did, just like with the UT-80 I mentioned in the last video, but I didn't. Until today, so without further ado, let us take a look at it. First, as always, dimensions and the ship in comparison with the figure. We don't need to do that this time. Usually we would start by taking a look at the details and then move on to functionality, but as this model is purely meant as a display piece, there's not much functionality to go around beyond this one turret here at the bottom, which can rotate around 360 degrees. And with that, details. Starting with the main feature of this ship, the 3 tractor beam emitters, built using these 6x6 dish pieces. They also determined the scale of the rest of the model. The trench in the nose of the model is built using a variety of studs, clips, slopes, and tiles, giving it a unique look amongst other cruiser builds, while also allowing the nose to narrow down towards the tip of the ship with a surprisingly strong build, as the model can be picked up by its nose decently far from the main hull. But we'll talk more about handling a bit later. One of the only flaws with this design is the fact that the top of the nose cannot be attached to the end of it, leaving a small gap in between. This is due to the geometry making a connection between the two illegal, as it results in the top part bowing up in the middle, causing unnecessary stress. Unfortunately, LEGO geometry just isn't always on your side. The trenches on the main body, as well as the surroundings of the docking base, are built with studs on the side construction, using again a large variety of different pieces for greebling. Here I'll also point out that we are taking a look at a prototype version of this model. Some of the external details may be slightly different or just unfinished compared to the final model, which you can build using the instructions that can be purchased from the link below. I have also included 2 micro TIE fighters as well as a TIE boarding craft, no it is not a bomber, emerging from the left side docking bay, as reference to, of course, Andor Episode 11. Turning around to the back of the ship, we have our 3 engines with our primary and secondary sublight engines respectively, also built slightly differently from the finished model. Moving up towards the bridge, we have some more greebles, and at the top we have our sensor mast, one of the antennas built using the foil/epee sword piece. There should also be another attached to this hollow stud, but I have no idea where that one has vanished. At the front of the bridge we have a small slit with a transparent yellow plate behind it, suggesting the viewport of the bridge. The hull's top and bottom panels are built using different wedged and tiled plates, just like most other LEGO cruiser builds. Again, they are a bit unfinished, especially on the bottom side. Also, here I'll point out the 2 images I mostly used as reference when designing and building this model. The build is propped up using a single stand that extends far inside the ship, making for a very stable connection without actually having to have the stand be a part of the main build. The stand is mostly studs on the side construction with a regular brick-on-brick skeleton using brackets to hold it all together. The stand has also 2 spaces for figures, such as an officer and a crew member. Now that we've taken a good look around, let's get to handling. My recommended way to pick up and move the model is using the stand like a pistol grip, which will also allow for you to swoosh the model around, if you wish to do so. However, if you only want to pick up the ship itself, you should do so by grabbing it by the sides like this, or by the base of the nose. The nose can support the weight of the ship surprisingly well, as mentioned earlier, but the further up you do so, the more stress is caused on the pieces, and the threat of catastrophic failure increases. Also, if the model is grabbed too far back, you may cause the backs of the bottom panels to bend in a little, but generally speaking, the model is very strong and will hold together however you pick it up, excluding picking it up by the extremities, of course. And that does it for my take on the Cantwell-class Arrestor Cruiser. How do you like it? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you wish to build this thing for yourself, then you can get the digital instructions from my Rubical page, How to 5, also linked at the top of the description. Buying instructions from me helps me out a ton, so if you intend or have already done so, then I thank you very, very much. Also, I forgot to mention in the initial recording that for the next 72 hours from when this video goes up, you can get 30% off the instructions with code Cantwell30. Because, why not? That's my thanks to you for watching the video if you want to build it, which is like, maybe one of you, but yeah. If you liked the video, then be sure to like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified when I upload my next showcase or review. Also, become a member if you wanna, it's still the join button. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Stay tuned. Alright, bye!